Check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay. We from.
Hey, what is going down, sports fans all around the world? It's your boy, Marley Bets, with another episode of Brothers and Bets, breaking down this NBA card we got for y'all today. As normal, I got one of my guys that I break down NBA with from the Raw Word Sportscast, LJ from Houston. What's going down, family?
What's going on, brother? My fault. Call me in the cough here.
You all right?
Yeah, man, we got a lot of action today. Let's get to it, man.
Yeah. We got things to do. I know you got to get out of here, so I ain't gonna keep you too long. So let's just jump right into it. Without wasting too much time. First game we convicts have on the docket is Trigger Trey with a new nickname, because we don't call him Ice Trey around here. I hate that fucking name. Trigger Trey. He's going on the road, coming off a loss in a loss that I was on, a loss that I was part of. Going on the road to take on the Golden State Warriors. I believe Steph Curry's out. Let me get to the injury report real quick. Atlanta, Lou Williams, obviously just got there. He's out. Probably got to pass physical. Dunn's out indefinitely. Hunter's questionable, and Reddish is still out. Curry is out at least another week. Clay's out. Draymond Green is questionable, and Paschal is questionable. Let's bust down. I don't know if I went over the lines. If I didn't go over the lines, the Hawks are -7.5 on the road, and the total is at a pretty low 219 for Atlanta and Golden State. No stuff makes a lot of sense. All right, Atlanta, not since Nate McMillan took over, but they've been looking a lot better since Nate McMillan took over. They are 5-2 ATS in their last 7 games. The total has gone under in 5 of Atlanta's last 7 games. They're 8-2 straight up in their last 10 games. However, 1-9 straight up in their last 10 games against Golden State. Pretty sure that's a lot to do with Steph, Clay, KD, that whole little run. They're 5-2 straight up in their last 7 games on the road. 4-2 ATS in their last 6 games against an opponent from the Western Conference, and the total has gone under in 6 of Atlanta's last 7 games against a division opponent, and under in at 5 of Atlanta's last 7 games in the month of March. Golden State up and down. 3-8 ATS in our last 11 games. Total has gone under in 4 of Golden State's last 5. They're 3-8 straight up in their last 11. 8-4 straight up in their last 12 at home. 7-0 straight up in their last 7 games when playing at home against Atlanta. 3-7 ATS in their last 10 games this season. 2-5 ATS in their last 7 games against an opponent in the Southeast Division. Atlanta -7.5 in Golden State. LJ, what you got for me?
Yeah, man, I got to play on this game for sure. I crunched the numbers this morning, and I see that Atlanta is 7-1 ATS in the first half since Nate McMillan has became the head coach. So that stood out to me. So I definitely made a play first half Atlanta. I don't know the line, so I'm gonna need you to try to find the line for the first half.
I got. Give me 1 second. Yeah. Go ahead, keep going. I got.
But yeah, as far as the matchup, Atlanta was playing good, man. So they dropped 2 straight. You know, they're 8-2 in their last 10 games. They're averaging right around 105 their last 3. Golden State's averaging 106 their last 3. So without Steph Curry, I think the production has dropped, and they are 3-7 in their last 10. So my play for sure is Atlanta first half. I don't know the spread. You're gonna get that in a minute. And then my official play is Atlanta -7.5.
All right. So let me where'd my pen go? Gotta keep track. By the way, anybody that wasn't paying attention or don't know, of course you don't know, we didn't say last time we did a video, I went 3-2. We gave out 5 games, and LJ, you okay? Okay. And LJ went 2-3.
I can let loose on yours, you saying?
That was our overall records for the last video. The first half Atlanta line is at 4 right now.
Okay,
Um,
that's my display.
you you good with the 4?
Yeah, I'm good with the 4, and I take the 7.5 for the whole game.
Okay.
I just don't think the Warriors got enough scoring. You know, Atlanta's been playing very well since Nate became a coach, and I just don't see with Wiggins, even Wiggins giving you at least 25 to 30. I mean, I don't see Bazemore or is Wiseman back in the lineup, if I'm not mistaken?
Who?
Wiseman for Golden State. Is he
No,
back in the lineup? Okay, so
no.
yeah.
I'm sorry. Yes, he's not on the. I mean, he's not on the injury report. So
Okay, okay. Well,
I would assume he is, but
enough. Like I said, I'm not too worried about it because his matchup is against Capella tonight, and Capella is a good offensive rebounder, so he gets extra possessions for Atlanta. So
right.
I'm confident Atlanta could go in there off 2 losses in a row. I believe that they can bounce back against a step-less Golden State Warrior team.
I agree. I agree. I think 7.5 is probably a little too much for me. That does kind of honestly, that scares the shit out of me. I'm just as scared as with the 4. I'm actually not that scared with the 4. I just don't trust this. Man, I took the Hawks against the Kings, and once I
Yeah.
thought about it, I was like, what the fuck was I doing? Like Hawks on the road. Inconsistent as they've been all year. I know. And what fooled me is that I believe in Nate Mullins, and so I'm like, all right, they're playing it good. Mullins in control. They're going to go on the road and get a win. And they let me down, and I'm not quite ready to get back on that bandwagon just yet. So this actually was a pass for me at 7.5. Way too many points. It's probably good without Steph. I saw what the Kings did to them. But I just can't do it, LJ.
I mean,
So
Darren Fox is a beast, man. I mean, he had 44.
he did. No, he had 37. If I'm not
Oh, yeah, that
mistaken.
was last night. My bad. That was last night. He played somebody last night at 44.
Yeah, I took that. They played Kings versus Warriors. Kings versus Warriors last night.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I was all over that.
Yeah, so I just think that was a different animal they was dealing with because Steph Curry not there. I don't see nobody going off. Plus Atlanta lost 2 in a row. I see him getting that win.
I agree with you. I'm just
You just gonna take the money line?
Yeah, I'm not going to take it at all. I'm just a little gunshot on Atlanta. This is going to be a pass until I just need to see a little bit more from them on the road. For me,
okay.
I couldn't. I didn't have the guts to pull the trigger on that one. Next game we got on the docket. That's what they say. That's what they say. Yeah. So the next game, we got on the docket is one of our, at least one of my favorite players in the league, Dame Dollar, in the Portland Trail Blazers, with the addition of who did they just get in the trade before the trade deadline?
Norman Powell.
Dame Dallison with the new addition of Norman Powell. They're going on the road to take on Orlando Magic, who just had a fire sale and got rid of every piece that they had questionable. That line has opened up at Portland -9. The total is at 215.5. Those things are still the same. Injury report: Lillard is out. Nurkic is upgraded to probable. Powell is questionable. Collins is out indefinitely.
Oh my God!
So you still got McCullough. Nurkic may play. Orlando Teague, he's out. Ross is out. Porter Jr. from Chicago is out. Gary Harris is out. Isaac Fultz, Carter Jr. They've been out for the season.
Do they have enough players?
I don't know.
Got to have 8 players to play a game.
I assume they do. They're still on still on docket. So
Man, that's crazy.
I'm gonna
But
assume
anyway, continue.
I'm gonna assume they do. Um, buzz down some of these actual factuals really fast. Portland 3-7 ATS in their last 10 games, 8-4 straight up in their last 12 games, 5-1 ATS in their last 6 games against Orlando, and 8-0 straight up in their last 8 games against Orlando. 2-4 ATS their last 6 on the road, 4-1 ATS their last 5 games when playing in Orlando. 4-2 straight up in their last 6 games this season. 10-4 straight up in their last 14 games this season against an opponent from the Eastern Conference. Orlando 4-2 ATS their last 6 games. I didn't even know that. Wow. 2-11 straight up in their last 13 games. 2-6 straight up in their last 8 games. 1-4 ATS in their last 5 games when playing at home against Portland. 5-11 ATS in their last 16 games against an opponent from the Western Conference. The total has gone under in 4 of Orlando's last 5 games against an opponent in the Northwest Division, and the total has also gone under in 5 of their last 7 games in the month of March. Portland -9, taking on the Magic. What you got for me?
Well, of course I took the Magic, but you just informed me that Damian Lillard is out. But they do have CJ. They do have Carmelo. They have enough offense to where I believe they should beat the Orlando Magic without 3 other key players that they just traded.
Right.
So I'm going to stick with my bet. I took Portland -9. But, I mean, I don't want to be cautious. I just believe that CJ can lead the Portland Trailblazers to a comfortable win over Orlando that pretty much depleted their roster in the trade. So that's my play.
And, I'm right there with you. I didn't know Dame wasn't playing.
And I should have known because he was limping last night in the game.
Right.
I should have known he was going to sit out.
Yeah, and this was another pass for me. Just too many points. Too many points. 9. Even though with the trade that they just had and giving up everything that they gave up, 9 should probably really be easy. As a matter of fact, I'll still recommend the 9. Because I'm going to go back and jump on this. They don't have anybody.
Yeah, that's at least 20, 40, 50. That's like 50, maybe 60 points gone from them. Because I'm thinking Aaron Gordon can get you 20 on a good night. Fourier is averaging by 18, 20, and then Vucevic was 25. So
even
that's
if
almost
those
like
guys, if they just traded for a play, they don't know the system. What are they going to just do? Go up and down the court? Just like, hey, run. So you got no chemistry, and then they can't really just run because they don't have the bodies to be out there just running. Like you said, everybody's injured. Some people are just acquired. So, I'm gonna go jump on it right now. Matter of fact, I'll probably jump on that right now. Yeah, I got my pad in front. When I got my pad in front of me, anything's possible. So I'm actually about to jump on that right this second. But while we're doing
I would recommend Portland first half too.
Huh?
I would recommend Portland first half too, because they're a good first half scoring team. But I don't know how much difference that'll make without Dame, But I'm still confident you'll have it.
Yeah, and right, Lee, Leap_3. That's what we said earlier. Like the trades are pending, so a lot of players ain't playing. They got to pass physicals. So, like I said, that's why I just jumped on the Blazers -9. It's like even though it's 9 and Dame's not playing, I still got CJ. I don't even think they got, like you said, they barely got enough bodies to play the game, let alone bodies that have been playing together, because the guys that's playing haven't been playing, and know the system. So I don't want to spend too much time on this game. This is, like I said, this is one of our games we both agree on. It's not really much to go over here. So let's keep it moving. Next game we got on docket, which I thought was an interesting game, but may got some injury reports that may change
Luka playing.
Yeah, so we got the Indiana Pacers. They're going on the road to take on the Luka legend Dallas Mavericks. That line opened up at the Mavs -1. Totals at 226. Still got that on the same as right now. Let's look up some of his injury reports. I got TJ Warren. He's out. He's been out for the season. Other than that, they're healthy. Luka is doubtful, is what I
Yeah,
have. I have
yeah.
doubtful. Doubtful probably means he won't play. Um, Carly Stein, quarantine, and Terry is personal off for Dallas. So, with that said, I'm going to be quick with this. I'm going to take the Pacers, and that's dependent upon Luka being out. So
Okay.
wait as long as you can. If Luka's out, take Luka. I mean, take the Pacers because I don't know what this Dallas Mavericks team is without Luka on that team. Now, when they come together, we didn't mention this on your show yesterday. I do like the addition of JJ Redick and what they did as far as Luka's surrounded with shooters. Everybody from 1 through 5 can shoot the three, even though,
Yeah.
I mean, as far as them being a sneaky team, I don't think they're going to win the East. I mean, the West or nothing like that. But just being a sneaky kind of dangerous team with
Hmm.
with the one guy that can take over a game, and Luka passes very goddamn well. So I just something to touch on. I do like the addition of JJ Redick, another shooter, surround him. KP can shoot. Hardaway can shoot. So you got them surrounded by nothing but shooters. I do like that, but I just don't see without Luka, man, it's gonna be tough. Bust down some actual factuals real quick. Indiana 3-11 ATS in their last 14 games, 2-6 ATS in their last 8 games against Dallas. 2-6 ATS in their last 8 games against Dallas. Why do you say that twice? Oh, one was straight up, one was ATS. Excuse me. Was wondering. Indiana's 3-7 ATS in their last 10 games this season. 1-4 ATS in their last 5 games against an opponent in the Western Conference, and 6-2 straight up in their last 8 games against an opponent in the Southwest Division. Dallas 6-3 ATS in their last 9 games. Total has gone over in 10 of Dallas' last 14 games. They're 14-5 straight up in their last 19 games. 7-3 straight up in their last 10 games. 6-3 ATS in their last 9 games played in March. 4-2 ATS in their last 6 games when played on a Friday. The Indiana Pacers on the road to take on Luka. Maybe not. Maybe not. Doubtful. Luka legend, Dallas Mavs. What you got for me, LJ?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, I saw this on the board earlier, and I saw that Luca was unlikely to play tonight. So I stayed away from this game. And now you just confirmed that he's doubtful, which means he's not playing. And I'm not saying Dallas can't win the game because Indiana's not no like top team in the league, but at the same time, you're missing 20 some points, 8 some rebounds, 10 some assists. I mean, somebody you just can't plug that in, you know. So
I agree.
with all that being said, it's a hard pass for me because I just don't, I'm just it's just up in the air for me. It could go either way, to be honest. So
Well, I'm glad that the games that I passed on, you had to play, and it seems like vice versa here. Because I'm gonna make a play, and I'm gonna take the Pacers money line, and it's simply because it's 2 reasons. Okay, hold on, let me take that back. So I'm taking the Pacers if Luka's out. If Luka's
okay.
out, take the Pacers. If Luka's in, I take Dallas. He's that important to me. But I do like Levert being back for Indiana.
Yeah,
Think that takes
that is
them
true.
just probably where they need to be. They have won 3 out of 5 with those 2 losses coming to Brooklyn and Milwaukee. So 2 of the
Hmm.
premier teams in the East. And Dallas has been playing well. It's nothing, no knock against them. It's just to me, it's going to depend on Luka. If Luka plays, I think they win. The number has come. I don't know why, but I thought I remember seeing this line at like 4, or 3.5 last night. So the line dropping like that tells me Luka's probably not playing. Um, with it
Hmm.
being at 1. So
Because I saw it
uh,
at 4 this morning. It was at minus 4
I think
this
I say
morning.
I thought I saw it at 4. It could have been wrong, but I thought I did.
No, it
And
was
so
4.
with it dropping like that, to me that says Luka's not playing. And if Luka's
I
not
agree.
playing, I don't give this team much a chance. Without Luka. So put me on the Pacers. Like I said, that's only contingent upon Luka not playing. Luka not playing, pound the pound the Mavs. Excuse me, pound the Pacers. Like if Luka doesn't play, I'm all over the Pacers here. I don't know what it'll go to. I just took the Pacers money line just now. Um, so, and with that said, you got anything else on this game before we keep it going?
No,
I know you got out of here.
we can keep it moving.
I know you got to get out of here. All right, next game we got on the docket, folks, is a team that made a move in the deadline that I really like, contingent upon another move. The Miami Jimmy Butler's Miami Heat. They're going on the road to take on the LaMelo-less Ball Charlotte Hornets. That line opened up at Miami -1. The total is at 213.5. We're still there. Injury report. Why do they keep putting Haslam on here? Is it Dragic? I see his name and I'm like, he hasn't played since like the big three. Dragic at point guard. He's out. Butler is questionable. Oladipo is out. Is downgraded to out. I don't even know who this is, honestly. Bejiska downgraded to out. I don't know what that is. And Okapa. I don't know how to say his name. But
Don't worry
he's
about
out. He's out. Miami got a lot of fucking injuries. Charlotte, Ball, only one out. Miami, 0-5 ATS in their last 5 games. Total is going under in 8 of their last 12. 0-5 straight up in their last 5 games. 9-4 in their last 13 against Charlotte. 4-1 ATS in their last 5 games when playing on the road against Charlotte, and 1-6 ATS in their last 7. 9-3 straight up in their last 12 games when playing an Eastern Conference opponent, and the total has gone under in 5 of Miami's last 6 games. Let's bust it down for Charlotte. The total has gone under in 7 of Charlotte's last 8 games. They're 6-3 straight up in their last 9 games. 7-1 straight up in their last 8 games. 1-4 ACS in their last 5 games when playing at home against Miami. 6-1 straight up in their last 7 games, and 6-1 ATS in their last 7 games against an opponent from the Southeastern Division. Miami Heat on the road to take on the Charlotte Hornets. +1. What you got for me, LJ?
Well, these two teams know each other very well because they're in the same division. Both of them have 5 wins in their division. Both of them are average. Well, Charlotte's averaging 112. They're giving up 112. Miami's averaging 106, giving up 108. So
Right.
they're yeah, very similar teams. And the injuries are really hurting Miami. But they made a gallant effort last night, just couldn't beat for the last second foul, which they went to the free throw line and they lost. But 0-5 losing streak, man. That is something that's very, very odd to me in a Miami culture. And Jimmy Butler didn't play last night. So when you just read off the injury report, he wasn't on there, right?
Well, he was listed as, I'll tell you exactly what he's on there.
Okay, because he didn't play
He's
last
listed at, so it says missed last game is
night.
questionable for Friday.
Yeah, see, and that right there questions me on if I should put any money on this game. So, with that being said, I'm gonna have to pass, man, because I don't. I mean, Charlotte's a good team, but without a Melo, you know, they're a different team. And Rozier's running the offense. He can score. He can, contribute in various ways. But both of these teams are similar. Both of them are scrappy, and somebody might have an advantage, that we may not concede right now. So, with that being said, I'm gonna stay away from this game. Man. I just can't.
Same thing as last time, man. I'm glad I passed on a couple of earlier games, and you made some plays, and I got to play on this one. So I'm gonna take Charlotte, and
Yeah,
I'm pretty much going to Charlotte because I just think Butler's not going to play, since he didn't play last week, and I'm going with like Leap said, it kind of got trap written all over it. I mean, how many games are Miami going to lose before they turn around?
Real. You see what I'm saying?
I just don't like what is pretty much what you said earlier. The injuries are killing them right now, and I'm just I just can't ride with question marks. It's too many question marks. Questionable this, questionable that. Is he going to play? Is he not going to play?
Yeah.
When like Leap underscore said, they still got Rozier and they still got Gordon Hayward. I
Hmm.
think that's enough to beat a Miami team without a Jimmy Butler. Um,
I mean, they
although,
were close
man,
last night. They were close last night. It came down to a
no,
foul.
man, and I really like. I just when as I was going over the roster, I was like, I really like Bam.
Yeah.
Like I really like Bam. This is a tough one. And it's only a. I'm still gonna stick with Charlotte. I'm not gonna change my play. Um,
Okay.
I just think this team is really dependent on Jimmy Butler. Um, and Charlotte has been playing decent basketball. Um, for Charlotte.
Yeah.
I think we talked yesterday. I think they're in the playoff spot right now. We both expect them to fall out
Hmm.
with the addition of the Chicago and the trades they made. But if the playoffs started today, I think Charlotte's in the seventh spot. Um, and I think they're going to continue to fight. They kind of got to fight every game. They can't afford to drop a game, especially after that trade. I think Miami, they're not in desperation mode right now. They just made a trade. They're still trying to get Aldridge. I think they know kind of where they stand. Whereas Charlotte, like they gotta fight every night. Every game is important for them. I think they can't afford to drop one on Miami right now. Just because really and basically really, I don't know if Butler's the main thing for me. If Butler playing, I take Miami, but if Butler's out, I'm taking Charlotte. So that's kind of where I landed at with that one. Um, so I
Same
got
with
Charlotte.
Dallas and
Same,
Indiana. If Luca played,
pretty much. Exactly. Exactly. Same thing. So that's how I decided to go with that one. Let's keep it moving to I think one of your favorite teams is up next on the docket. Bam.
yeah,
We got Devin Booker and CP in the gang. They're going on the road to take on the Toronto Raptors that kept Kyle Lowry to everybody's surprise. The Suns are -3.5. The total has opened up at 224. Injury report. Naders, only person on the Phoenix. He's out Friday. Toronto Hood just got there. Bembry is in quarantine. McCall, knee. Gary Trent Jr., they traded him from Portland. He
yeah,
was a part of that foul trade. Man, I
yeah,
like Gary Trent Jr. Um, I didn't know that. And Watson is out on quarantine. Actual factuals. Phoenix, a lot of good things. A lot of good things here, guys. Phoenix, 15-5 ATS in their last 20. 15-5 straight up in their last 20. 13-2 ATS in their last 15 games against Toronto. 1-6 straight up in their last 7 games against Toronto. 7-1 ATS their last 8 on the road. 6-1 ATS their last 7 games when playing on the road in Toronto. 7-3
yeah,
straight up in their last 10. The total has gone over in 5 of the last 6 games against an Atlantic Conference Division opponent. The total also has gone over in 7 of the last 10 games against an Eastern Conference opponent. Toronto Raptors, 2-5 ATS in their last 7. 1-9 straight up in their last 10. 1-6 ATS in their last 7 when playing at home against Phoenix. Two
yeah,
and 11 straight up in their last 13. 4-1 ATS in their last 5 games against an opponent from the Western Conference. And the total has gone over in 6 of Toronto's last 8 games against an opponent in the Pacific Division. They're 1-9 straight up in the last 10 games in the month of March. The Phoenix Suns on the road to take on the Toronto Raptors -3.5. What you got for me?
bro. Phoenix dropped one last night against Orlando, man. And well, it was a night before. I'm sorry, whichever it was.
Right, right before.
And I don't. I just don't. I think they're good enough to bounce back against a depleted Toronto team, man. But some is just screaming that Lowry stayed about to come together and just see if they
Take
can
off?
make a little late push.
Think so?
I mean, I just feel it, man. I don't know what it is. I'm just feeling it, man. And I'm not necessarily saying they're gonna just ride all the way to the playoffs and be some huge contender, man. It's just I just think that camaraderie. Powell is gone though. That's a key point that they're missing right there. They're missing athleticism, intensity, things like that. But
Yeah,
Siakam is still there too, and
yeah.
Phoenix doesn't have nobody besides Aiden in the paint that can really bang with a big body, man. And Siakam can stretch the floor as well. He's very active on the boards and like that. And they got the other dude, Olawa. I never can say his name right.
Ananobi.
Anunoby, yes, him. So with those active bodies on that front court, man, I think it's gonna give Phoenix some problems because I think they should have made a move and got a bigger body in the paint because Comiskey and Aiden and Saric, that just doesn't scream out to me as far as you know holding down the paint and being aggressive. And all their production comes from really their perimeter. Chris Paul, Booker, Mikal Bridges, people like that. And Toronto plays defense, man. They
Are
may
you
not be
taking
a good team.
Toronto? I'm sorry. It
I
sounds like you're
am, man.
taking Toronto.
I made a play. I took Toronto plus the 3.5, man.
Mm.
Because the way Phoenix lost, man, I just feel like they're on the East Coast road trip, and I think they're gonna really digress on this road trip. Not saying if they're gonna fall in the standings because this is an East Coast team, so it really doesn't matter in their conference because it's not a West Coast team. When they get back to their conference, I think they'll be competitive. But this East Coast road trip is going to be very weary on them, I believe. And so my official play, Raptors plus the 3.5.
Oh, can't believe you
Shocked you
fading.
there, didn't
Definitely. Can't believe you fading the Suns.
I?
I'm definitely on the bandwagon of the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah,
Um, I get what you're saying. Um, but I just think this Phoenix Sun team is rolling. I'm actually glad. Hey, I'm glad they got that loss. Get that loss out the way. You couldn't win forever. You couldn't go on a eight. You already had your little streak, even though it kind of got stopped. I get it got stopped in Minnesota. But I think that loss is actually just going to wake them up. I don't think it's going to be a East Coast trip that's going to hinder them. That's why you got Chris Paul. That's why you got the vet who understands the position that they're in. They know that Lakers are hurting right now, but Denver just made a move who could be on their ass. So
yeah,
if they want to keep that 2 seed, have a chance for the number 1 seed. I can't remember how far back they are from Utah, but um I'm all over the Suns, and I definitely think that losing Powell, as much as I do like Ananobi, a young wing, and they kept Kyle Lowry. But man, Powell been having a career year for them. That's 20 points a game gone, and he's shooting like 43% from three this year, or 44, somewhere in the low 40s. That's like Steph numbers. He's Steph percentage right now. Doesn't shoot as many, but
yeah,
percentage wise, low 40s. That's crazy for him right now. And man's a Skywalker. I don't know if people don't pay attention to him. The man can slash and he will dunk on you. I think it's a great addition for the Blazers, excuse me. But I like the Suns to bounce back. That's why you got Chris Paul to stop you from going on 2, 3, 4 game losing streaks. You drop the game. Let's get back going. Let's get back rolling. I agree with you. They have been in the East. And maybe keeping Kyle Lowry is a rally cry for the Toronto Raptors. I won't disagree with that. I just feel like, man, look,
I mean,
they
I
gave
know
it
the
what
Suns are a better team. The Suns are a better team. I'm just
right.
saying the situation that they're in right now is just one of those. Like I said, you're gonna go through one of them slumps, man. And I just
I,
think this is it.
I get it. I get it. I took the Suns. I took the money line. He said they're more clutchier. I agree. I don't think that's the word. I don't think that's the word nowadays. But we make up words here, so you good.
Yeah,
That boy is definitely clutchier. Those boys are definitely and Powell. I just said that Powell was a big miss. Crowder and Booker sink Raptors. I agree. I agree. I gave up 3.5. I didn't take the money line. I just think they're a better team. I think the Raptors breathe a sigh of relief. Now that they signed Kyle Lowry, they got their big win yesterday. They gave it out. They played yesterday because they thought that was going to be the last game.
Yeah.
That Kyle Lowry is going to be in Toronto. Now that he's back, you get a sigh of relief. They're just going to go out there and play. They'll lose, but I think maybe they'll start picking it up afterwards. But I think Phoenix keeps rolling here. I'm still on that. Do you have time for one more, sir? I know you have to get out of here.
I gotta go. My son looking at me right now.
All right, man. Yeah, man. Take young man to work, man. We don't need him to be late. Appreciate you. I'll run down these last two games. One deep, man. We good.
All
Appreciate you
right,
coming
man.
through. We'll holler at you later.
All right. I'll see you tonight.
All right, bet. So instead of because LJ jumped out of here, it froze. That's great. Let's see. Can y'all boys still hear me? I don't know. I think with LJ leaving, it froze on me. That's weak. Weak. Man, I don't know what's going on there. But we back. With LJ leaving, I don't know, some kind of how when he left it messed up the live. I don't know. But I only got two more games. I'm just go ahead and bust them down one deep and get ready for the man. Y'all boys like, comment, subscribe. Brothers and Bets, streaming on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever you can find us on social media, man. Hit us up. Out here giving out winners. Me and Coach got a college show coming up here in a little bit. Go bust down the Sweet 16. We are like 30 games, at least 30 games above 500. Since we started doing our college shows, both of us. We'll have the records post up later. Y'all check us out, 6 o'clock. All right, let's get back into this NBA. Actually, yeah, 2 games left. Well, actually, 1 game left. Yeah. So the last game I got on the docket, or the next game I got on the docket, is the Memphis Grizzlies. They're going on the road to take on the Utah Jazz, and my guy, Money Making Mitch, that's my boy. The Jazz are -9.5. The total is at 229. Bust down his injury report real quick. Jackson's out indefinitely for Memphis. Utah, Azubuike, he's out. Those are the only two. Bust down these trends. Memphis, 4-1 ATS in their last 5 games. 4-1 straight up in their last 5 games. 2-4 ATS in their last 6 games against Utah. 2-4 straight up in their last 6 games against Utah. Why would they have it twice? 2-4 straight up in their last 6 games against an opponent from the Western Conference. And 6-1 ATS in their last 7 games against an opponent from the Northwest Division. Utah, 3-6 ATS in their last 9 games. 4-1 straight up in their last 5 games. 17-0 straight up in their last 17 games at home. Crazy, they ain't losing at home. 1-4 ATS in their last 5 games against an opponent from the Western Conference. 7-1 straight up in their last 8 games against an opponent from the Southwest Division, and they're 3-8 ATS in their last 11 games while played in the month of March. Memphis +9.5. I think that line, yes, +9.5. Total at 229. God damn, my shit. I took I took Memphis +9.5. I just think it's way too many points. I think the Jazz win here, but I think they're underestimating Memphis Grizzlies here with this line. Just complete lack of respect for my boy John Morant and Valentusiones. I know I just fucked his name all up, but I think the Jazz win here. They've won 4 out of their last 5. Just smashed Brooklyn, but although no Irving, no Harden, go on the road 3 out of 4 on the road, beat Chicago, beat Toronto. Some kind of way they lose to Washington, but beat Boston. But in those wins, only one was more than 9. And Memphis has won 4 out of their last 5. Although their wins, I mean, they beat a good Miami team, split with Golden State, beat Boston in overtime, and beat OKC. Not the most impressive, but I just think 9 points is just way too much. So I'm on a 9.5. He's just completely disrespecting my boy Ja Morant. I think Jazz win, continue their streak, but me personally, I'm on the Grizzlies plus the 9.5. I think that's easy money. Just way too many points. So man, with that said, I had a couple more plays. Nuggets and Pelicans, I took the over. It was, I believe, 224, but that has gone way up, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, it's at 231. It's close. It's going to be a high scoring game. Too many injuries. I couldn't take a side. And it wasn't enough points for me to take New Orleans. So kind of just stayed away. Honestly, I think New Orleans wins today. I'm not sure. I don't think Denver has enough with the trade. So y'all boys check out me and the coach a little later on. Go bust down the Sweet 16. I'm your boy Marley Bet. Holla at me. Getting ready to sign off for the NBA. Appreciate you, LJ. Y'all check out his podcast, Raw Words Sports Podcast. It's LJ from Houston. But I am your boy Marley Betts. Check out the college show. About another hour here. If y'all follow, link, like, subscribe. Brothers in Bets. Check us out. I'm your boy, Marley Betts.
Check it out. Look, we from the bottom, ain't no problems, we gon' make a way. Got no coach on the field, but we making plays. Hey, look, don't worry, we gon' be okay. Hey, look, why? Cause we gon' make them pay. We from